Hey folks, Russ here. Been a long time. It's great to be back on the channel. I am now in a house that I have a full-time YouTube studio, and I'm really excited about the future of this channel. If there's anything at all that you are interested in hearing about or learning about, please leave it in the comments below and we'll go ahead and we'll make some videos to try and help you all out. Let's move on with 5 proven strategies to be a great flight instructor in 2025. Today's flight instructing is not that of yesteryear when an instructor just gave you a couple hours of flight training and said, here you go solo. Flight instruction has become highly regulated by the FAA, with not only we having to have the requirements of flight knowledge to become instructors, but we must also now have an understanding of human behavior. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 important strategies to focus on as you start your journey as a flight instructor in 2025. With that, I want you to think back. Look back at your flight training, working through your journey to where you are now, wanting to become a flight instructor. Can you recall a time when a flight instructor who you worked with did not really impress you or leave you kind of feeling very good about yourself after your lessons? Did they come across as apathetic, demeaning, or just not interested in what they were doing? Time and time again, I hear stories like this from people working at all levels, at all ratings, even through airlines, 135. People are people. Many of the people who contact me to do ground school prep for their flight instructor check ride seem to have one thing in common: flight schools or instructors who just aren't living up to the proper standards expected of them by the FAA. As you work towards becoming a flight instructor, or even if you are already a flight instructor, there are things that we as instructors need to set as goals in order to be the best instructor that we can be for our students. Let's face it, it seems the vast majority of instructors are doing it to build time in order to get to the airlines or whatever higher paying flight job they're looking forward to. However, this doesn't mean you should take being a flight instructor as a stepping stone towards something greater. You should embrace it. Give it everything you have, because the impact you will have on your students for their futures is huge, whether positive or negative. So let's cover some of the positive things that we as flight instructors can do in order to be the best we can be for our students. Number 1, having solid aviation knowledge and skills. Strong aviation knowledge and skills encompass a deep understanding of aerodynamics, navigation, meteorology, aircraft systems, and aviation regulations. Yep, I said regulations. Instructors with this expertise can easily demonstrate proficiency in flight planning, managing in-flight operations, interpreting weather, and adhering to safety protocols. CFI should be skilled in using old-school aviation tools as well as current technology. You should also possess excellent situational awareness and be able to make critical decisions under pressure. Looking at an example of situational awareness and critical decisions under pressure, myself as a very new flight instructor, for the first time had a student that was about to put an aircraft into a spin. It could have been a situation where panic set in, as it was quite an uncomfortable feeling. But rather than letting that panic overtake me, I calmly stated my controls and took the situation into my hands. After stabilizing the aircraft, I returned controls back to the student and said, let's try it again. This leads me into number 2. You have to have excellent communication skills. It is really important as a flight instructor to be able to clearly explain complex concepts and give calm and constructive feedback. The more calm you can be, the more professional you will come across to your students, especially in high-stress situations. Learning how to definitively explain maneuvers and procedures in the aircraft will benefit you as a flight instructor. It will make things much easier when having to explain a maneuver to your student. And speaking of excellent communication skills, another strong trait for an excellent flight instructor is to have good judgment. Number 3 is good judgment. Knowing when to step in is really important. It's also just as important to know when not to step in. Let your student learn through experience and the law of intensity. As long as it is safe and manageable, they will learn way more than if you keep stopping them. Imagine inheriting a student who has a private pilot license and you take them out to do their flight review, but they can't land the airplane. I personally have encountered multiple people when working through their flight reviews who had very poor landing skills. Come to find out, it really came down to their previous instructor always grabbing the controls to help them land the airplane. Sure, they could land the plane okay enough to get their private pilot's license, but not do it with any true confidence. This is a situation where the instructor constantly being on the controls did not do any favors for that student. Every student you work with will learn at a different pace and learn differently. You will run into students who have a really hard time landing the aircraft and doing basic flight maneuvers, and on the opposite end of the spectrum, you're going to run into the most naturally gifted pilots you've ever seen in your life, but many times, those who can really fly get lazy in the bookwork. No matter the situation, the point is, you need to be patient, and that is my next point. Number 4, patience. The importance of recognizing how people learn cannot be overstated. Every student learns at different paces, and you need to stay calm through mistakes and errors and understand each individual. One great tool to help us understand those individuals is to understand the fundamentals of instruction. Everybody is different. You will quickly recognize the students who need to have their hand held a little more and can truly test your patience. But relax and don't give in to the frustration. You might really have to work them through things. On the other hand, you will recognize very quickly the students who just naturally get it and things will move quickly. But don't get caught in a trap. Just because somebody is a quick learner doesn't mean you don't need to constructively criticize them. You may have to work a little harder to pick out things, but it's very important to notice the subtle differences. Always be challenging your students. All types of people will give you different challenges, and all of them will require you to be patient and try your best to understand them and treat them as individuals. Number 5, professionalism. This is by no means a complete list of qualities that you want to strive for to be a great flight instructor. But for this video, I'm going to finish with one that's very important, and that is professionalism. I know it sounds very cliche, but it is so important to be professional. We are all guilty of dropping our guard sometimes in this area. It's one area that we all have to work at. Strive every day to be the most professional that you can. It truly starts with caring about the student and caring about the job. If you hate instructing, it's going to come across to your student and you might want to go do something else. For this, I'll go straight to the Aviation Instructor's Handbook. It has 2 lists, instructors do and instructors don't. We're just going to focus on the instructors do. This is a combination of 2 parts of Section F in the Fundamentals of Instruction, Section 7, Important Characteristics of Flight Instructors, and Section 8, Minimizing Student Frustrations. Here we go. Be professional at all times. Be sincere. Present a professional appearance and personal habits. Maintain a calm demeanor. Practice safety and accident prevention at all times. Avoid profanity. Define common terms. Continue professional development. Minimize student frustration. Motivate the learner. Keep your students informed. Approach each student as an individual. Give credit where credit is due. Criticize constructively. Be consistent. And very importantly, admit your own errors and mistakes. You can't just choose one in the list and say it's the most important, but if I was forced to, I would probably say it's the last one. Your students will frequently know when you have made an error or a mistake, and if you don't freely admit your mistakes, you will lose the confidence of your student. They will not trust you, and that is never good. Well, I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts on what's most important to you in order to be a great CFI down in the comments. And of course, feel free to ask any questions or request any future content you would like to see. Again, it's been a long time since I put content on this channel, but now I actually have this studio and I'm really excited to do this consistently. Thanks for watching, and blue skies always.